I'm going to look at period 3 and the nature of metallic to non-metallic. So this is what happens. If you look at period 3, first element is sodium, then you have magnesium and aluminum. I write them in white and I say they are all solid at room temperature and they are all metals. So remember, these are metals. Then once you walk away from aluminum, you come across element 14, which is silicon. It's a semi-metal, but I'm going to include it as non-metal for time being. Then comes phosphorus, which is P4 in nature. 4 of them travel together. Then sulfur, which is S8 solid. And then you have diatomic chlorine gas. So categorically, these are non-metals. So as you go from left to right, you're crossing from metals to non-metals. Now let's see what happens to their oxides. So you should be able to write their formula at least. So sodium oxide is Na2O, magnesium oxide is MgO, aluminum oxide is Al2O3. What is their state at room temperature? They can be solid. Why? Because these are ionic. Now silicon is giant. Everything that it comes across, that's not true. With oxide, it's also a macromolecule or giant. SiO2, silicon dioxide, is actually a macromolecule. That's ingredient of your glass. Let me clean this up. So you have SiO2, high melting point, it's solid. Phosphorus has 2 oxide, but this here IB has been nice to us, so we give you P4O10 as the oxide I want you to remember. It's a simple covalent, but because it has so many electrons, it's solid. Sulfur has 2 oxide, and you have to know them both. SO2, which is a gas, and SO3, which is a liquid. Finally, chlorine has 2 oxides, Cl2O gas and Cl2O7 liquid. Now for sake of just playing it safe, I'm going to give you the reaction of Cl2O7 with water. So this is what happens. These are covalent, simple covalent. And silicon dioxide is going to be known as giant covalent. Okay, now let's see what happens when we add them to water or in terms of their nature. What I'm going to ask you to remember is magnesium and sodium oxides, these two together, when they are added to water, they become basic, meaning pH will be above 7. Aluminum oxide, although I'm ionic, although aluminum is metal, is going to be an amphoteric substance. So this is amphoteric, meaning it has both acidic and basic nature. Acidic and basic. Now the rest are easy. Non-metal oxides, including silicon, are going to be known as acidic in nature, meaning pH will be less than 7. And we are going to look at those reactions with water.